moisturizer, cosmetics. Yep. Wait.
Yo, this for you.
What number you got?
I talked to you this weekend, Best Fish. Got the watermelon juice.
Oh, yes.
Remember?
That's lit, too. That shit look good.
That's my card.
All right, King.
Give it
What
a
you
try.
doing this weekend on Saturday? From about noon on. We got a block party right at Wadada's in the West End. It's gonna be our first annual Double Dutch Day. So the families is gonna be out there. You know, it's Wadada, so it's mad vegan.
She sell juice.
Nah.
She don't be tripping.
We ain't,
She ain't on that.
we ain't on that. Yeah, we bringing the people out. You know what I mean? She ain't on that. If you pull up, we'll take care of you, set you up. It's gonna be nice.
Okay.
All right.
Get it a try. I give it a
Yes.
Oh,
Peace. Oh my goodness, congratulations. How you doing? I'm good. How's the little one? No doubt. Oh, you brought, okay. Yeah. That's what's up.
My little one.
All the little ones. I love it. Ooh. Lord have mercy.
What about 871?
So refreshing. This is it right here, y'all. You already know. I don't even gotta tell you the benefits of what this watermelon do, but this shit hit the spot. It tastes like a meal, you know what I mean? Got the little chunks in it. It's cold, you know what I mean? My cells is doing the motherfucking Harlem Shake right now.
doing the bankhead bounce.
It's doing a Bankhead bounce. Yeah, we in Bankhead. It's doing it. Yeah. Check them out, y'all. Make sure y'all tap in. You know what I mean? Get that nourishment. For real. What's good?
864. 864. What about 691?
Yeah, this it right here.
691.
Peace. Good with you.
Cool.
All right.
My bad.
You good?
All right, come on now. You better pay attention. We got 863. 863. If I call your number, you better make some noise, man. 863. Go. 870. Is that the table? And what happened?
Yo. Can I turn it on?
Yeah,
You gotta keep the tickets on you, man.
Real quick.
873. For sure. 870. It's yours too. Man, we gotta find a winning tickets, man. Okay. What about 877? 877. 877. 848. Come on now.
It's supposed to be red or green? Oh, it's green. I see the green.
Is yours green?
Yeah, mine's green.
I know why
Yours
mine-
had red on it.
I
I
know.
got red and green.
I don't know what that means.
Can they hear you?
Can you hear me, y'all? Family, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear. We turn mine off.
All right.
Hey, just talk to them, Red. Let you talk.
Family, peace to the family. Brother Red Pill reporting live and direct. We are in the ATL. This is our good brother Gray. This is called Vegan Social. You know, where a lot of the vegan food the food vendors are pulling up, and different vendors, clothing, apparel, jewelry, you name it. We in Bankhead right now. You know what I'm talking about?
We in Bankhead.
We in Bankhead. We in the
Okay.
hood. Yeah, peace to the God. We in what used to be the hood. You know, they done cleaned
Right.
it up. And it's a beautiful event, family affair.
Dope.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear my? They said only red mic work. I think mine's is back on though. Yeah, cause I'm not red no more. I think mine's is back on. Yo, Red man, we got something. Let me know if y'all can hear me before I start talking. Yes, we okay, great. Red, we got something big coming up this Saturday in ATL at Wadada. Tell the
Saturday.
people about that, my brother. That's gonna be fire.
Man, I've been getting all kind of DMs and inboxes.
Uh-oh.
You know what I mean?
The DMs.
The aunties is like, yo.
It go down in the DM,
yeah,
Red.
it
It
definitely
goes down in the DM.
So the aunties are excited, you know. And, you know, some of the bros, they seen Blue Pill doing his double dutch thing. So he done opened up a whole wormhole. You know what I mean? You got people out there dusting off their Converse. And we're celebrating a lost art, double dutching. You know what I mean? The movement of the body and whatnot. Like the brother Yaki was talking about the fascia, you know what I mean? And Mama Pill, the fascia, you know what I mean?
Right.
Moving them lymph, the fluids through the lymph system.
Right.
So that double dutching, that jumping, that hitting the floor, that piezoelectricity and whatnot, those are some of the things that had us lit as children. And we didn't even know the science behind what we was doing.
Right.
But we was on the pavement, pounding the pavement, doing the damn thing, eye-to-hand coordination and all of that, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited, and we're gonna be at Wadadas.
Woo! One of the best places to visit when you in ATL if you want something healthy.
You dig, you know what I mean?
But-
Melanated owned,
Yep.
a sister with her family and whatnot, entrepreneurship. You know, she's a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So we're gonna celebrate her as well.
Red, the ladies, we got Foxy Doll, 78. She said, I'm getting my legs together. I will be ready this Saturday. I'm excited to have fun. Yeah, ladies, I want to see the ladies do their thing with the double dutch. I want to see all of us engaged in healthy activities. You know, with the computer lifestyle, Red, let me ask you this, Red, and I pretty much know because you a tech guy, so I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Your lifestyle from the 90s, and I'm not talking about street culture, but just your day-to-day activities.
Yeah.
Were you happier? Do you think life was better before the internet, or do you think life got better after the internet when you could connect to everybody? Because they both have their advantages and disadvantages. If you could change the world to be that, but pre-internet or post-internet, which one you would pick and why, Red?
That's an interesting question, Rich. You know why? Because coming up in the 90s, we were going through what somebody would call, you know, a street wars.
Right.
But with everything taking place in, with everything that was going on in New York City and other hoods and whatnot, do you recall people talking about anxiety and depression in our hoods?
Not nowhere near the rate they are now. Nowhere near, my brother.
Do you recall a mental health crisis, even though there was like a crisis going on?
Nowhere near now. Nowhere at this level. It's insane right now.
It was dangerous in New York City. You know what I mean? Coming up in the 90s, we were literally like teenagers who were living in a very dangerous environment. There was a lot of, you know, you had to contemplate when you went outside every day if this might be your last, because they were stopping people and locking them up. They were jumping you. People were getting chased. There were certain blocks you couldn't walk down.
Right.
Yet and still, we found some type of happiness. You know what I mean? We found a silver lining in it all, and it was like it was dangerous, but we were enthusiastic with the danger. Fast forward to where we're at today, people are just depressed. They are downtrodden. They are going through. They're being influenced by all type of countercultures that they're being introduced to via the internet that they would never have known about, right?
Right.
Because inside of the video store, there was only so many segments behind that curtain. You know what I mean? But now there's so many options for people to become, quote unquote, outside of themselves. You know? And when you give people multiple options to be anti-human, unfortunately, people slide down that slippery slope. So one of the reasons why a lot of people are dealing with anxiety and depression is because their spirit is telling them, My nigga, you wildin'. You wildin'. You on Tinder acting crazy. You in people's DM acting. You sending out pictures of your anatomy.
You heard about sneaky links? Jim Jones sneaky
Out
link?
here
You on
downloading
sneaky links?
No, there's literally
Yo.
100 dating apps right now.
Facts.
Our sisters are compromising
Nobody's
their
dated.
sovereignty, right, on these dating apps. And, you know, there's all of these cases of melanated women being dismembered and whatnot by their dates, usually European men and whatnot. It's crazy. So there's a lot of counterculture, and when you get involved with something that's not a part of your mission and you are off purpose, anxiety and depression set in. Somebody explained to me before that you get anxiety when you think about the future and you get depression when you think about the past.
Yeah.
Harking on things that you've done and shit that you haven't healed from.
No facts. Do you think, because everybody's in search for their purpose, Red, so we're in the world of social media where there's endless amounts of information. Do you think it's easy to find your purpose by being in nature, being outside? Or do you think it's easy to find your purpose by researching all the research there is to research on the internet?
Some of the best researchers and teachers that I know have attained their levels of information by being outside, by being in nature,
right.
by being tapped in. At this point in the game, I could easily point out just by watching your show who's getting the downloads in nature and who's getting it from a book. Shout out to Rod Hayes.
You seen that show last night? Yo,
He's different.
yeah, that was a classic.
Let's just leave it at that. Nature is akin to Wi-Fi. Let me explain that, because we're tapping into the fake Wi-Fi. But the real Wi-Fi, where you start to get downloads, your body is the modem, and you attach in nature to a frequency, right? When you're grounding and when you're breathing and when you're sunbathing and whatnot, you literally could tap in the same way when your phone is on regular, and then when you get the Wi-Fi and it starts working better. That's what nature does for us. There's nothing that we could do to substitute that. If I took this phone and threw it in nature, right? There's 4 elements in nature: fire, water, air, right? And earth. If I threw it in the water, any type of technology, even the goddamn waterproof iPhone, is not in its element, right? So in magic, in black magic, in white magic, whatever you want to call it, you have to use the elements, right? So we have to utilize the elements, okay? There's nothing effing with nature. I will go out on a limb to say this electrified age that we're in is anti-nature, henceforth why people are so outside of self, because it has its pros. I'm a tech guy. I'm here to let you know it has its benefits, but it's in moderation. One thing that we haven't been taught is discipline and mastery of certain things, so we should take shit and go overboard
with it. Right. This is why it's so important for them to come out this Saturday. Family, I'm telling you, if you are in the ATL area, you do not want to miss this Saturday at Wadata ATL. You could Google it to get the exact address, but we're having, it's basically a family day. You could bring your children, you could come by yourself,
right.
You could come with your friends, you could come with whoever. It's a free event, family. We're going to be double dutching. We're going to engage in healthy activities. There's going to be food there, vendors there. It's going to be a real good time, y'all.
That's right.
So make sure y'all come out this Saturday from 1 to 5 live at Wadata. Red, let me ask you a question, Red. Now, we in the ATL. What's the difference between, and you were born in New York, what's the difference between outside and the energy outside, the air quality outside in Georgia and the air quality outside in New York City, my brother? What do you think is
trouble?
Huh?
You trying to get me in trouble with New Yorkers?
Nah.
Well, to start it off, Atlanta, and Blue Pill points this out, is an enchanted forest. Like, they're sitting on top of a crystal. It's not just Stone Mountain, it's the crystal, right? They got red clay out here It has crystals in it. So right off the rip, nature-wise, just the ecology, it's a powerful environment. You
Right.
can manifest a lot easier in the South, in this environment than you can in the big city with all of that concrete, with nature being suffocated. You dig what I'm saying? You lived near Central Park when you was in the city and whatnot. You would literally have to go into Central Park,
Constantly.
Seneca Village, to tap into nature and to get away from the mundane of this mechanical, quote unquote, world that we were living in, this concrete jungle that we were in. So the quality of the air, I got the app. My wife, she's big on that. She shows me the quality of air in Atlanta
That's
is
dope.
way better than the quality of air in New Jersey, which is horrible, and New
Wow.
York. There's not a lot of chemical plants and things of that nature out here, like how they have in New York.
Right.
This used to be one of those Rust Belt towns where they were a lot of factories, and they don't even have that like that no more. So the quality of life is better, the quality of living is better, and people tend, when they're not living a certain type of way, where the rent is too damn high and all of these other things, and everybody is stressed out, it's a little bit of easier living. Like they're a little more laid back out here than the fast pace of New York City. And it took time to adjust to that.
Right.
Because I'm used to the rustle and bustle and whatnot.
Right, right.
But, you want to preserve your youth. You want to preserve your energy. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
We're not born to be on a hamster wheel for our whole lives.
Right.
That's not our purpose.
Right. Right.
And as men, we not supposed to have the soft life either. We got work to do, man. We gotta build. We gotta put our hands in the dirt. There's a lot of things on our shoulders right now. But you could meet your higher self in environments like this. Keep in mind, DNA responds to environment.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that part.
Epigenetics.
Epigenetics. You know what I mean?
Epigenetics.
And a lot of us come from the Carolinas and Georgia and Florida. Our ancestral DNA is locked in, so when you go back home and you eat off the land, like, I participate in the food of the land.
Right.
Not all of the time, but wherever I go, like how AA, shout out to AA, that episode that he did when he came back from Japan was excellent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I go to whatever land that I go to, I participate and I partake in the food of the land.
Right. Excellent, man.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I was in Houston, they tried to give me crawfish though. I don't do that. That shit is horrible.
With the crawfish?
Yeah, I don't.
Why you don't mess with the crawfish?
It tastes like a bad shrimp.
Oh man, I think I had crawfish at this spot down here. I forgot the name of it, but I never had crawfish in New York. But when I got to Georgia, I tried it.
I tried in like 2013. They brought that bitch out in a bucket and put it on newspaper. So I'm like, yo, I seen them, man. They was red. They was like bright red, infrared. I'm like, this shit gonna be seasoned. It's gonna be pop. The way that they was talking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, I damn near threw that bucket at the waitress, man.
Damn.
It's like, if y'all don't get this shit out of my face.
Right. Yeah, man, it's just real interesting, and it's interesting what's happening in the country. Let me ask you this, man. We are evolving. Our consciousness is rising. With the political climate the way it is, I see too many. It's you know what's weird, Red? I see spiritual people fighting that you thought was spiritual, fighting about the Democrats or Republicans. Like, like it's gang wars or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell are they doing? I mean, if you're gonna vote, vote. But they literally like arguing and fighting like they on the campaign team. What do you think it is about politics that makes everybody, the sports people, the rappers, the entertainers, the spiritual people, it just has everybody fighting? What is it about politics?
It's our default gangbang.
Ooh.
We've all been programmed from babies with red and blue, Democrat, Republican.
Right.
Pick a side,
Right.
right? You cannot be neutral. have to pick a side.
Right.
It has its ties into our programming, and we're all Christians when we're coming up as well,
Right.
and whatnot.
Right.
There's this fake sense of obligation for each one of us to be a voter or to be a part of the system. If you know voting, put your ass in the system. It's your reaffirmation that you in the motherfucking matrix. If you can resist that shit and block it out and vote on yourself and whatnot and govern your mental, then you can show and prove that you never relied on nobody outside of self, outside of tribe, or outside of your network and whatnot. So they're just basically, this is the latest reboot of the Matrix, putting more people asleep, putting more people back into line, back into this quote unquote remix, and that's what we're seeing and whatnot.
Right.
If you are spiritual or consciousness, you should not participate in this buffoonery, in this theater. It is pure political theater and whatnot. Focus on yourself. You know what I mean? Focus on what matters the most, and that's family and your health and your wealth. And Killer Kamala or Donald Trump they don't got nothing to do with none of that. Snap out of that shit. That's what I would say to people.
Right.
I see all of the fighting, but you know, kudos to our women, our sisters and whatnot, who feel like they're going to the White House.
They dead ass do some of them, right? They dead ass.
No, they're going to not homegirl. She's taking them to the White House, and I get it. You know, we in the age of Aquarius. The divine feminine is here, and she's the face of that now. She represents that. So to waste your time and try to convince certain people about her track record and how many drops of melanin blood, that's not, that shit goes in one ear and out the other. They have forgiven her for every single thing that she did. Remember, she is Olivia Pope.
Ooh.
From Scandal.
Wow.
And Scandal told you could give a little bit of head to get into the Oval Office. That was the programming. Not to say that that's what it, but that's the programming. And people, they went for that. So when you see her in real life, it's like, you know what, sis? Do what you gotta do. She's an AKA. They do what they gotta do to get in them rooms. Look.
Right. Damn.
They do what they gotta do.
Yeah. The idea of the election and the possibility of the election and not happen at all. Do you think that's a possibility? Because I hear that outcome being projected as well. There won't be no election.
Yeah, there's all kind of possibilities that are awaiting us in the next 4 to 5 months. There's also there's an air of violence because of what happened with Donald Trump. They seeded. Remember, they seeded. This is all about seeding the subconscious or seeding the subconscious mind. It's already been seeded with blood. You understand? So, you know, just pay attention. Pay attention. Kamala's a sacrifice.
It's kind of weird. She's
Victoria Newman from The Boys. I'm sorry.
There's so many trolls in here tonight. I wonder, today must be a boring night, Red?
Oh, the retrograde just ended. They back outside.
Well, it must be a boring night. All right, I see somebody saying Jesus is Lord, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. All right. Hey, man,
Corinthians.
You might be in the wrong room.
That's the Corinthians.
You cheating on the Lord by being in this room right now.
When the Lord find out you was in this room, he is going to kick your ass.
You are cheating on Jesus by being on this channel.
Yeah.
Why are you on this channel? Oh, man, you cheating. But, you know, that's how it be. Red, what do you think about events like this with the vending? Do you think things like this need to happen more often in our community? We're post-COVID, we're post-2020. What does this do for you when you're in an area like this, surrounded by your people and commerce is taking place like this?
Okay. You ever saw Superman 2?
If I did, I don't
you might have
remember.
forgot. All right, there was a guy called General Zod, right?
Yeah.
And there's this scene where Superman puts them into glass. Like their prison was putting them into glass and shooting them into space.
Right.
So fast forward to where we are in cyberspace. The glass is the phone, and cyberspace is where we're at. and we're trapped in these phones like General Zod.
Right.
Right? To whereas somebody can see you, but they can't touch you, Rich.
Ah.
Right? So when they saw you a few weeks ago at the Gathering of the Masters and they said, he's real, ladies, he's real, and they touched you, and they were able to stand in your aura and feel your energy, and they were not repelled by your energy, they were attracted to it. Those are two completely different worlds.
Ah.
We are prisoners on these phones, right?
Wow.
Me and you living in lack because we don't get to meet the people who are meeting us every night. That's the completion of the cipher is every time somebody comes and gives you a hug and whispers in your ear, thank you, Rich, I appreciate you, you helped save me. That's the completion of the meeting.
Right.
Because
right.
prior to that, you was in deficit because they know you, but you don't know them.
Right.
Because somebody might come up to you and be like, yo, Rich, I got something that you needed your whole life and hand it to you. But when they met you, they was looking for something and you handed it to them.
Right.
So whenever I see vendors, whenever I see the people, whenever I see people outside, I'm a socialite, I'm an extrovert. So I'm into the people. You feel me? Everybody's not like that. There's some people that's not social and whatnot. And it's all good, but I need to feel the people. That way I could take a toll of the temperature and I know it's like a supermind. I'll be able to know if things are going to the left or if things are going to the right. Just based off of being in a place like this and walking around. I get information from the trees.
From the trees? I've been hearing a lot of tree talk lately, Red. So
tree talk is real in Atlanta.
You hugging trees now, my brother?
I am.
You want to share an experience with us about putting your leg on a tree or something? Or?
Yeah, well, you know, remember, Atlanta is home of the trails and the routes, right?
Right.
Sacred routes. So like Indian Creek, most of these highways that we drive on used to be trails and routes. Right. So they're sacred. So when you walk through some of these trails that are like all forest and swamp and everything, and you're in a certain type of mentality, and you're in a certain type of mind state, yeah, you're gonna get them downloads, bro. You're definitely gonna get them downloads. This is a very, very highly spiritualized place that we're living in right now.
Indeed.
And the flip side of that is if you're doing egregious things, and if you're poisoning your temple, and if you're outside of purpose, you might get stepped on or struck down faster in a place like this than in somewhere in New York where the frequency may be just a little bit lower. Karma doesn't come around as fast as it does out here.
So before we close it out, are we gonna see Red double dutching on Saturday?
Nah, we're not gonna see Red double dutching.
We seen Blue. How we gonna see 129? Come on, bro.
He did it for both of us. You gotta remember what twins do.
Yeah.
My brother ran so I could fly. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So yeah, I'm left-handed, so that comes with 2 left hands and 2 left feet.
Right.
We don't do double dutching. Nah, I'm playing. I'm gonna bring out my inner child. Yeah. I am going to be challenging myself because once again, this is about us bringing out our inner child to do some type of healing, right?
Yeah.
Henceforth, why we have a theme song called Red and Blue, Purple Like Prince, and it's dedicated to the baby boomers. It sounds like a soul song because when I saw your audience and when I see my audience, they're 50, they're 60, they're 70. Yeah, they rock with the Cambada and the Red Pill and all of this music and the Cyrox and everything. Yeah. But I want to bring them back to a time of their innocence. So we want to bring them into that environment with the frequency and whatnot. So Double Dutch is about an innocent time. Because when I see Double Dutch, I see my older sister Nakiba in Harlem, double Dutching with the Vaseline on her face and the 2 pigtails and whatnot and all of that. I'm brought back to the innocence. I was living on 123rd. They had the candy lady was right there. She used to sell the penny candies. Ooh. Right there. And it wasn't even a store. It was like a little, you know what I mean? It was like a booth.
I forgot you grew up in Harlem for a couple of years.
We were visiting in the summer.
But that's probably where you got some style from.
I got a little bit of my swag.
You know what I mean? Brooklyn dudes, you know what I mean? It had to come from Harlem, brother.
You good? You got that one. That was a good one.
Man. Yo, man, but listen, another thing that we gotta figure out. Blue keep telling me about the Stone Mountain thing. We'll talk about that soon, but I don't want to get the people could, I want them to come on Saturday. So
Do
Stone,
you know there's a movement
you sent
on
me a
Stone
you
Mountain?
DM
Yeah,
me.
big facts, right? It's not just big facts. There's like 4 different movements
Right.
that be beating up Stone Mountain. I'm talking about they have turned that thing into their altar.
Wow.
On the fitness side,
Yeah.
on the weight loss side,
Yeah.
on the gathering side, on the yoga side, Stone Mountain is popping right now.
Wow.
So we charge that crystal up. It's doing what it's doing. It has terraformed ATL, because anybody could tell you to live out here. The frequency has been lifted
Yeah.
from when we first got up on that mountain.
Watch out, Red. Watch
Yeah, free Jeffrey and whatnot.
out. Yeah. Nah, I hear you,
Frequency
man.
is up.
Oh yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And people are prioritizing their health. They're prioritizing the history of that mountain.
Yeah.
They're prioritizing coming together in groups and whatnot, and just being in nature. I love to see it.
Right.
I never thought I'd see no shit like that, bro. You don't know where these people come from. These some street. These is hardcore street niggas,
Damn.
and they're changing it all around. And we didn't even have to chastise. We didn't have to do anything but show up. Think about that.
That's deep. That's deep.
Water rises to its highest levels. So everybody that's out here in the South, regardless, it don't matter where you are, because the grids are connected. You in Florida, you in Louisiana, you in Georgia, you in the Carolinas. Everybody that's out here raising the frequency, we see you, we salute you. Keep up the good work. Don't get comfortable though. Don't get cocky with it.
Right. Right.
You know?
Nah, definitely, man. I appreciate your time, my brother. I look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Let me get that. I'm gonna chop it up with a couple of vendors before I get in. Yeah, Rebel Beat. What time are you gonna come on Saturday? Oh.
Whatever time I gotta be there. Give me the time and I'm there. I'm on my early shit these days. That was one of my, changes of everything.
Right.
Blue inspired me. My son inspired me. So I've been giving up the late nights, and I'm an early riser now and whatnot. And
Excellent.
It's been I've broken the Groundhog Day thing, and it's been benefiting me.
Excellent, man. Appreciate it, my brother.
Appreciate you.
All right. They're about to close up shop out here. I'm gonna walk back to the front area, and but yeah, the vendors is out here. People having a good time. They got some good looking juices out here. I need to grab something before I get out of here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was cool out here. Make sure y'all come out Saturday though, y'all. We gonna have a real good time. Make sure y'all come out Saturday and support. Make sure y'all, and it's a free event. We're gonna have fun. Like I said, a lot of healthy activities. So definitely come out and show love, family. It's gonna be at Wadada. We're gonna be out there from about 1 to 5. So come out there, have fun. Like I said, you can bring your children. You come by yourself. You can come with your friends, your family, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna see y'all again tomorrow. By the way, I got what day is that? I got 7 Bomar on the channel on Friday. So Friday, just to let you know, Friday I'm gonna be interviewing 7 Bomar. Saturday we're gonna be live streaming from the Double Dutch tomorrow. I don't know who I'm gonna have on, but I'm gonna have somebody on tomorrow. So it's gonna be, we're gonna be live on Black Magic 363 the next couple of days. So make sure y'all tune in. If you would like to see the full Gathering of the Masters Conference, make sure you subscribe to Patreon. I'm posting it on there. I got about 3 or 4 of the speakers on there right now, and I'm gonna continue to upload it on there. So you can go to everybody that was asking to view it, the spiritual conference of the year. You can go to my patreon.com/blackmagic363. All right, with that being said, let me see. Okay. All right, with that being said, let me get out of here. All right, family. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, all right?